Good morning, good life vlog. I am in the middle of like multiple shoots right now. I have a video I just filmed for Amy TV, and I'm about to do a live stream with Wonderful Pistachios about work from home hacks. So this is going to be like kind of quick, but I know that we have been talking about doing a first floor tour. So I think today is the day because so much has happened in the last week to make it possible. So I feel like we should talk about it. So first of all, am I done? No, but I am not going to judge myself that much about it. I just am telling you because I realize that things look a little plain for some people's taste. Some of that is my taste. Some of it is that we are not done yet. So that is sort of the update there. But I do want to show you like the progress so far. So right now we are in the living room. Okay, kind of sad news. I'm just realizing that the wrong microphone was picking me up, so hopefully it's the right one now and it'll get better. Not sure. Going with it anyway. I know it's lazy. I could start over, but I'm not because I just want you to know my genuine feelings right now, and I don't want to be frustrated talking about my house because I'm very happy about it. So welcome to the living room. It is a very interesting design in terms of like feng shui and just usability, because when you walk in the front door, you're basically faced with whatever's against this wall. But this is the easiest wall to put furniture for watching television. So this is, of course, where we put the couch. Although we did consider having it over here because it fit over there really nicely and it was kind of nice right next to the window. But it just made the accent chair look like a beached whale on the other side of the room, so it just didn't work. So we went with the sofa directly across the TV. Makes sense. We watch about an hour of TV a night, or we don't watch it at all. So it's really like, it doesn't have to be the most comfortable thing in the entire planet, but this couch is actually amazingly comfortable, which is really surprising because our other one was so bougie comfy. This is a shelf that I got from Wayfair. I thought I was going to put it in the new office design. The thing you'll notice about this room is that it is mostly silver grays, blues, very cool tones. That is by design. So the golds that are in this room were an accident, but they seem to be working. So I'm kind of excited about that. This shelf just looks so nice in this room. I will be honest, the floorboards, this is a 100-year-old house. The floorboards aren't the most reliable thing in the world in some corners of the home. So this is actually probably the only place this glass shelf could go that we felt really positive about. The only other place that it would have really looked nice is over here. And it was too much. It was just too much. Like, the TV's there, all this stuff. Like, no, I'm good with that. So really loving it over here. I have not fully decorated it. I just put a couple of books and things up there that we were just trying to get off the dining room table when we were cleaning up, and kind of proud of myself. Feeling like that kind of came together, even though the bookends don't really have any books in between them. That's okay. So the shelf is Wayfair and the couch is from Allform. Allform, of course, is a partner of Amy TV and gifted me this couch as a part of sponsorship. So full disclosure there, thrilled with it. If you are looking for a couch that you want specifically designed for your home, the right colors, the right material, everything, they basically let you custom design your own couch. So I love it so much. Everyone has been asking me about this rug whenever they see it. I believe I also got this on Wayfair. If I didn't, I will link to it regardless. All the links for everything will be in the description. But it's one of those sites online. I had to find the exact size I wanted, the exact tones, and I also needed it to kind of match the dining room rug that we had purchased at Home Goods. More on that later. But yeah, or was it Home Goods? I think it was Home Goods. So it was kind of hard, because it's a very like marbly look. But I think we found then one that wasn't too matchy and still feels like it's the same vibe. The accent chair is absolutely from Wayfair. You know what? I'm just going to be honest. I always say I'm shopping everything on Wayfair. Sometimes Wayfair sends you to some of its sister sites
to pick out the right piece for you, but they're all, it seems like, the same company. So if for some reason these are not on Wayfair, it's because I was bounced to another sister site of theirs to purchase whatever I found. But that's typically where I go when I'm looking for what I want. The light, I've had that for a long time. I've had that lamp for, gosh, probably like 6 years. So I really don't remember. It was probably a Target purchase if I had to guess. And my mom bought me the pillows because these are so addicting. But very, very pleased with this. The biggest and most important thing of everything when it came to designing this room, is the Christmas tree. Where is the Christmas tree gonna go? Well, obviously with the window being right there, the Christmas tree has to go there. So the accent chair or the couch needed to be able to move. So if we were gonna put the couch here, we would have moved it here for the holidays. But since it's permanently there, now we just have to move the accent chair to the other side of the fireplace. Say hi to my little bamboo plant. And that's going to work because it's high enough up and we can kind of angle it so that it doesn't cover up the return register there. But I'm thinking that's going to work out just fine since that accent chair was sitting there for so long while we were waiting for that extra couch to get out. This is my design of fireplace. Before we moved into the house, I hired a company to take down the eyesore that was the fireplace in this room. It's a 100-year-old house, so it was not a 100-year-old fireplace. I think that would have been legit. This was probably a fireplace attachment with a, whatever these are called, a fake fireplace. This is clearly not real. If you don't know it's not real, it is not real. There's no chimney there. It is one of those inserts that you put in, and the front of it was this mantle probably from like the 80s. So there was no like historic meaning to it. We just tossed it. And of course, space for the TV. I picked out all the wall colors throughout the house, brightened it up. It was previously like a really dark brown and a beige wall. So dark brown trim and a beige wall, and that's not my jam, so it had to go. Moving into the dining room, which is enormous. I know this camera kind of makes everything look oddly wide, but it is so big. Like, look at this table. We are talking about a table that could seat 8 if we really wanted to, if I didn't get as big of chairs as I did. So it was definitely, sorry about the autofocus, guys, definitely a big room to try to figure out what to do with. We even looked at it when we moved in and said, you know, should this be an entertainment room? Should this be the living room? Like, that's so weird. Should we have a front room and a living room and not a dining room? But there's such a small kitchen that it made no sense. There's nowhere else to eat. So I wanted a big Italian, everybody sit down and eat at my table. And I got it. And then COVID came along and made it obsolete. So, but anyway, we knew that we were going to have some problems with this table because, as you can see, like, there's a chair right when you walk into the room. You really needed to, this is probably the hardest part of the whole thing, a walk through so you could easily get through the house and you're not bouncing between things was the most important part of designing this house. So you can walk through, you can walk on the carpet here, walk through here, and still get around the table reasonably without running into it. That was a very, very important part of how we designed these two rooms together that I needed to consider so that we could work with the really awkward sized shape. The table and the chairs are from a store here in Columbus called Value City Furniture. They're probably a chain. I have no idea. I have always had great luck with them. As a matter of fact, we bought that artwork from them as well. They just always have really good stuff. Even when I go to the very fancy stores, Value City crushes what I want every time. Like I said, we got the rug specifically for the table, which is from Home Goods. We just happened to find it when we popped into a store. So I think that's one of those things you got to get lucky on if you go into a store. This is a little bar compartment, just like the one that Vincenzo had in his original condo from Crate and Barrel. And I liked it so much, and I thought it matched our previous apartment so well that I said, let's just buy the same one again because it really serves great purpose. I would never open that up for you right now because it's so crazy on the inside, all the different like alcohols and like glasses that are in it, but it opens up really nice. It's just maybe not as conducive for this house, but when it's confined like this and it's all shut, it's okay for now. But if I had a preference, it would not be in that corner. We just don't really have a great option for it at the moment. This little guy's the one making all the noise. My little wine refrigerator. My sister bought me this as a wedding gift. It's so nice. I always wanted one. And it's serving a purpose. If I had a choice though, we would put it on pedestals and put it in the basement because I feel like we could just use this space better. Right now what's sitting on top of it is our security system, just sort of the center of it. The center, like the epicenter of whatever our security system is. So it's helping with that, but I don't even think that needs to be there. So I would definitely want to update this. I've been talking to Ben about that. We just don't have a good alternative yet. So, but nice to have the cold wine ready to go right there. And this is my pride and joy of the house. I was very excited to get a buffet because we had this huge wall, like really tall wall between these windows that we could use for nice space specifically for storage, but storage that looks nice as well. So we have a lot of things in these compartments in this buffet. This buffet is also from Value City. Lots of things like teapot and cups. We've got some house aperitif. There's champagne glasses, wine glasses in here. In the drawer, we have things like tea, like different types of tea, just matches for candles, things like that. And at the bottom, we have like placemats and different things to actually dress up the dining room table. So it's really nice for making the space usable, but also look nice. If you know what this is, then you watch Amy TV. This is our success bell. We ring this when good things happen. And that's why it's in the dining room. And I would like you to meet my dear, 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 dear friend, Venus, the goddess of love. And she joined us from an Etsy store. I love her so much. She just really makes this whole thing look so classy. Definitely ordered some really nice coffee table books to kind of give her a pedestal. The Louis and the Chanel are new, while I had the Dior book back at the old apartment. Sadly, Vin stained it with coffee on top, so it definitely has to be at the bottom, in addition to the fact that it's the tallest, so it looks a lot nicer that way. We have our homesick candles around the house that we absolutely love. Currently smelling a little bit of Connecticut right now, which is funny. Oh my gosh, the mirror saga. So there were so many things I wanted to do. When we didn't know what we were getting for the buffet, I wanted like a floor to, that's the ceiling. I wanted like a floor to ceiling mirror. And of course that was gonna be very, very expensive, but I thought it would be totally worth it to open up this room even more. But I'm very glad I didn't and we got the buffet because mirrors are quite a pain when they come through the mail. So this is actually the second mirror that we got that was not damaged when it arrived. I got this from Wayfair. I got the first one from Wayfair. Wayfair is absolute. This is not a Wayfair commercial, by the way. It's just where I bought everything, I guess. But they are amazing if something comes damaged. They do not screw around. They give you your money right back. They just ask for, you know, what happened? Can you tell us how to not have that happen in the future or something? It's mostly just a shipping issue all the time. So they're super cool. I mean, I bought a new one right away. As soon as I got the one that was broken, they just said, toss it, don't worry about it, here's your money back. And it was just a seamless process. Other than waiting for the mirror to come, it was a seamless process. This is just sort of like a little snack compartment thing. I never have a place to put it, but I always want it to be available all the time. Nice from Crate & Barrel. I bought these flowers from Michael's to kind of put in this huge decanter that we cannot make use of because it is so hard to clean. There's no reason to put a bottle of wine in there. But it's so pretty, so I just thought, well, let's just get some nice flowers and make it look like it's decor, which has worked out pretty nicely. And this is our favorite of all the wedding photos that we took in Vegas. If you don't know, Vin and I got married at the Cosmopolitan Hotel, my absolute favorite hotel in the world in Vegas. And yeah, so we just wanted to dress up the room. When we did that, and we also bought this piece from Value City, we were like, oh, there's kind of like a skyline vibe in this room. So now when we think about decorating these other walls, we're thinking about like, how do we go skyline-y without being overwhelming? So that is pretty much the dining room. This is Lucy's gate, which we usually have here, but she's outside, so we don't need it up right now. Let me just say that I cannot stand this flooring, but I don't think it's going to be worth it for us to do anything about that flooring for the duration of our stay here. I really hate that there's a red towel in my white tour. Get out of here, you. I'm very, very excited. We finally got the cabinets painted a couple weekends ago, and that's nice because the floor and the cabinets matched each other pretty well for the previous people who lived here, but with the rest of the house being browns and beiges, they had more beige colored cabinets, and that was like the last thing. It was so much more money to have the original contractors who put the fireplace in and who put all of the paint on the walls in the rest of the house. To have them do the cabinets was just like this extra insane amount of money and time. And so we put it off until we saved up a little bit more money, and we got that done recently, which is great. We didn't bother replacing the cabinets because, like I said, this is very much a first home for us. We're not going to change this flooring. We're really not going to make any huge updates to this house, just enough to make it look like us. And so we just kept the cabinets because they're in pretty good shape. We did get all new appliances, which I am obsessed with. It updates the value of the home, which is why it was very smart for us to do it. But also it's like, knock, knock, what you got for me? I mean, like, that's just fun. But I really wanted a double oven because I'm starting to cook now. Did I say that out loud? I know, I'm actually cooking now. So that's been really helpful. We got a new microwave. The other one was total junk, and a new dishwasher that doesn't sound like it's dying every time it runs. So very, very excited about that. This was the first fancy appliance I ever bought myself, really. My Smeg toaster. So proud of my little Smeg. I love me some Smeg. I can't get on board with a Smeg refrigerator because it's just a little too old looking. But yeah, the kitchen's pretty self-explanatory. It's very small. Storage is a huge issue for us here, but we finally got it to match the rest of the house. And yeah, like, I cannot believe this is the state of things right now. We have been working so hard. I think being in a pandemic helped us move this process along. But yeah, we're really proud of it. Oh, I forgot to show you. We do have a half bath. Not that impressive. Not gonna lie, y'all. It's very, very small. That's our friend from Venice that we bought last summer. But it serves its purpose. It's so nice to have another bathroom down here. So yeah, we'll just leave that one alone. And finally, I have to show you our favorite room of the summer. And that is our little deck oasis here. We have been out here so much this summer. You're probably gonna have a harder time hearing me out here. The birds, by the way, super peeved with me. Hey lady, why aren't you filling this thing? Come on now. I know. Well, I actually didn't fill it so that you'd be quiet while I was filming. But here we are. This has been our favorite. You know, it's been tough whenever it rains, just making sure that the cushions get in the house because we don't have a whole lot of storage, but it has been worth it to keep them as fresh as possible for as long as we can. This whole set was purchased on Wayfair. Our cantilever umbrella was purchased at Lowe's, and it is fantastic. We saved like $150 on this one from Lowe's versus the one that was on Wayfair. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Totally recommend this from Lowe's. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just did a first floor tour. That's so crazy. I've got to get going to my appointment. I'm so excited to have shown you first floor of my home. We're so happy with it. We're so proud. I think this is like one of those silver lining things from the pandemic, is that we were home so much that there was time to focus on how do you properly live in a space, love a space, and design a space. And the more time you spend here, the more you can figure that out. So if you would like to see more stuff like this, home stuff, decorating stuff, I do need that feedback in the comments. Please let me know, and like this video if it was fun. If this is definitely your thing, that helps so much to support this channel. So thank you in advance. So that's it. That's all for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it as always. Remember, subscribe for good vibes, kiss the ones you love, and go after the life you want. Cheers.